Hello everybody, my name is Danae Hall. Today is November 1st and I'm going to be showing you how to digitally label an image, and I'm going to be using Google Docs or Google Drawings to do this. I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of cells in the pituitary gland, and that is part 1 of our lab assignment. Alright, so this is my Google Drive. So you go right over here and this shows you all of your Google accounts, and you go to your Drive. And then once you're here, you go over to New right here, click on that, and then I go down to More and go to Google Drawings. This will open up a blank page and you can start to label it. And so we are going to be labeling the pituitary gland. So I just label it just like that. And then we are going to insert an image. So you go right up here to Insert and go to Image and go to Choose an Image to upload. And then mine are saved as screenshots. So I believe it is going to be this one right here. Press Choose and it'll upload. There we go. Alright, so now we are going to label 3 different kinds of cells. And so I have 2 pages open. This one is our lab assignment, and it shows us a little bit of background, and then it shows us what we are going to be doing. So it tells us to digitally label the eosinophil cell, the basophil cell, and the pituitite nucleus. And so those are the 3 things we're going to label, and then right up here, this page has the background. So we read about the anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary and find out that the basophil and acetophil cells are in the anterior pituitary, which is this darker part. So we're going to go back here and we find darker part, lighter part. So this is the anterior pituitary, and the basophil cells, they say, are stained more blue, whereas the acetophil cells are stained more red. So when we come back here, we're going to make a line using this piece right up here. So you click here, and then I use the arrow. And then you just point to 2 different basophil cells and 2 different acetophil cells. So the basophil cells are the stained in blue ones. And that line is just a little too thin because we can't really see it. So I usually come up here and make it 3 times the width, and then point to another one, this one right here. That way we have 2 different kinds of examples. And then for the acetophil cells, go right over here. These are going to be the red colored ones, just like that. So those 2 are pointed out, and then we also have to digitally label the nucleus of the, I don't want to say this wrong, pituitite. Alright, and that is in the anterior portion. So we look up here in the anterior portion, we've got the nucleus. Right here, a couple different ones, so we have a couple different examples. So I'm going to point out this one right here, and point out this one way over here. Okay, so once we've done that, then we can start to label. So you go right up here to text box, click on that, and pull a text box right over some of the lines. So these ones are the basophil cells. So just type in basophil cells, and then we're going to highlight it and put a highlight around it so that you can see it better, and then also make the font bigger so you can see it better as well. So I'm putting it at 20 and then highlighting it with a gray highlight, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other ones. So the acetophil cells, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so we are going to double check that we spelled it right really quick. Should be right over here. It says acidophil. This is going to be an I, and then that should be right. And then I'll just move it down a little bit. So it's right over those two lines. And then right over here, this one also a little tough to spell. It's going to be pituicite nucleus. Let's see if I can get that on the first try. Again, highlight it and make it a larger font. Here we go. And double check the spelling. It's going to be Pituicy. There we go. All right, so just like that, that is the finished product. So now we have to save it. So you go right up here to File, down to Download As, and a little page will pop up, and you need a PNG image. So click on that, and it will download in just 1 second. And so that's the downloaded version. And I'm gonna switch over to Word here. And so this is the original image. I'm just gonna take that out and then go up to Insert at the top, down to Pictures, and go to Picture from File, which is right there. And then I'm going to search what I saved it as, which was pituitary gland. I'm not sure if I spelled it right though. I think I might have spelled it this way. There it is. Pituitary gland labeled. Insert. And there it is right down there. And then I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, size it down, and then that is all.